Friends, hello, hope you are well. Let's talk about what is left of DJT, Donald Trumpy's company, his stock. What is going on here, and is there any life left in what could possibly be with this stock? So let's break it down, talk about the next possible run we could see in the stock, and what we should be looking for here. So before we go any further, you have, and I say this every time I talk about this stock, you have to understand this is strictly a FOMO situation right now as it is sitting. It is a situation of get in, get out, get in, get out, get in, get out, get what you can, and get out. This is not something you want to be sitting your money into. I said this months ago, and people gave me flack for it, and some people got it, and I think everybody's just on a little bit different pages here. So here is kind of what we've seen in the past can be again happening here very soon with this stock. So here's the situation. You're going to have to put all emotion aside with this stock. You need to look at this as just an ATM of sorts. The debate is coming up here September 10th with Donald and Kamala. It is set right now. It's supposed to happen, so that's kind of we can go off here. Now, damage-wise, how much more damage is this stock going to take before we get to this debate? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think next week and probably the week prior, before we see these rate cuts from Jerome Powell here, 3 weeks pretty much from now, I think the market's probably going to try to tank a little bit. I think it's going to be a little bit of rough seas out there. It's going to be a little difficult, and I think a lot of stocks that maybe aren't doing so hot right now are going to continue to sink. We're already starting to see that, and I think the market has already set, now that the NVIDIA quarterlies have come out, I think the market right now is kind of, it's priced in, and it's still pricing in some things to where these rate cuts are pretty much like kind of going to happen, because we know they're going to happen. It's just a sense of like, they just have to happen. I think the market is already pricing that in right now from what we're seeing. With that is a situation of, by the time we get to the rate cuts, where's the market going to be? But more than that, by September 10th here, when we see this debate, where is Trump media going to be here? And I think that's what we need to really be careful with right here. So I wouldn't be shocked to see more damage with this stock. I really want to. Here's what you have to realize. At this point, Trump really has no more tricks up his sleeve. Anything, what's there is there. He's doing interviews, still not really, nothing big's happening. The media is pushing those interviews down. It's just what it is. With that too is that the last big hope we can have for this stock until the election is that maybe Trump could really have a big night in this debate where he could do something to really swing to swing people, because when we saw the last debate when Trump had it with Biden, this stock went freaking ape crap nuts that night. I mean, literally 10 o'clock that night, this stock was jumping at pre-market for the next morning. That was literally the reality. Now, this is going to be a completely different situation because Kamala can actually talk, so it's not going to be as clean-cut a victory for Trump. He's going to have to really, work here. So saying that, this is a little more of a dangerous situation to where, we could see this fall to I'm going to be honest with you, I would not be shocked to see this fall to $15. I really wouldn't. I believe regardless, the day before, day of the debate, this thing will probably be hitting some volume. It will probably be running a little bit just because of the FOMO and anticipation of that night that, Trump is going to do well. And he could do well. Who knows? After that too, it really depends on what he does in this debate. If he knocks it out of the park, and then it's like, okay, Trump is the clear-cut winner of this election. He answered questions, he said things. I don't know that that's going to happen here. But I think there's going to be a run-up to before the debate with this stock. I would love to see a $25 to $30 run-up to it. 30 is going to be hard at this point. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be hard. That's a lot of volume. That's a lot of money wrapped up in this again. Could it? It definitely could, because we've seen it happen many times before. This stock has beaten a lot of a lot of things, beating a lot of odds before. Back in April, we saw this stock go from, almost $20 back up to, over $50. We've seen that, and we've seen it go down to $20 and go right back to $30. We've seen this a few times already, so it's not crazy that it will happen again here. The problem is, leading up to this election, there's not a lot of big tricks Trump can pull out of his pocket right now, out of his pants, what I'm trying to say here. So, and that's what the stock was moving on. That's what the stock was moving on. It was moving on hype. It was moving on news. It was moving on Trump is winning this election. I mean, when the attempt on his life happened, this stock was going freaking berserk because it was like Trump mania for 7 days straight. But now we're just, people have moved on. They're bored. They moved on to other stocks, and there's other stocks out there that are just performing well. So right now, I think it's. I don't want to say anything more. If Trump does well in the debate, this stock will have more life in it. It will have a second rebirth overnight going into the election. If Trump wins the election, you can bet the stock is going to go freaking nuts. It's going to go crazy. But that, for you as an investor, as someone, that is your own decision you have to make. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this is a very risky situation and something you need to understand that is an in and out situation. I personally, I would not hold this going into after the election, because this is going to be the part that is going to make people mad, and this is not me trying to badmouth Trump or anything like that. This is just me as a fellow friend, fellow investor, and someone that knows that this is going to be it's going to happen instantaneous with sell-off or buy-in with the stock. Trump doesn't win the election. If he doesn't win the election, this stock is going to plummet probably to $5. It's probably going to plummet to $5 because all the hype, all the hope in this stock, this company, is going to be gone, and that's literally what it's going to be. If Trump wins, this is a whole different conversation. This is something totally different. But the survival of this stock and this company, it depends on Trump winning. Trump's got to win for this company, for this stock to rise and continue to do more. Even the stock isn't worth $20 at this price point right now. And that's not to be mean. That's just when you look up the logistics of what this company is making compared to ratio of debt, everything, and all that, and what it has going on. It's just not doing that. And the reason I say that this company will probably not live much longer after the election if Trump doesn't win is because it has so much against it. And you can believe that if Trump doesn't win this election, that the media will be controlled by the Democrats even more so, and that they will do everything they can to submerge, just completely plow this company down, and it will be hit with lawsuits and all that kind of stuff, and it won't generate enough revenue probably to survive. That's probably what will happen. So friends, that's just what's in my head. That's what I think is going to happen here. But check back in on this, the week of the debate, days before the debate, see what's going on here and make your own decision. But please realize this is a risky situation. 100% this is a risky situation. Don't put your life savings in this. Don't put your car payment, your mortgage, your kids' food money. There are sharks surrounding the stock right now. They're looking for you to make a mistake. They are looking for you to do something stupid. They're looking for you to get way too emotional in this and get greedy and sit in it. If you've got a little nice chunk of profit in this, even if it's just 2 hours into it of trading, I would hit the road. I would hit the road and check back later, because probably going in later into September even, the stock will probably take damage even if Trump does well in the debate, because still, once again, the media is like, listen, the media, here comes the bias part. The media is not going to let Trump look like the winner regardless of whatever happens in this debate. It's just not going to happen. So friends, I'm going to shut up now. I wish all of you the best of luck, and I will talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.